Hey everybody, welcome to Frannie's Square and to episode 21 of Show and Tell, where it's all about you. Okay, so grab your coffee or your tea or whatever you like to drink. I'm having Bengal spice tea. I love this tea. 2 tea bags, hot water, don't need anything. It has a natural sweetness to it. Anyway, as you can see, I've been playing with the furniture along the wall. I'm not putting anything on the shelves yet because the painters are coming in a few weeks, but I just wanted to play with the furniture, and I think I like it along that wall. The other thing I've been working on is I have not been able to find my mittens, so I'm quickly making a pair of mittens, and I think I'll shoot a tutorial for these and put them up. All right, so let's get started with everybody's projects. So I just want to say thank you for your patience. Some of these submissions are as far back as November 30th. Our first submission comes from Lisa Mayen, and she's a regular, and she had a booth over Christmas where she was selling items. And here she says, "Wow, moving day is coming up fast. I hope it goes smoothly. I managed to add a few things to my booth last weekend. Made some Christmas scrunchies with beads. Oh wow, look at that. Love the colors. Very Christmassy. Finished a teddy bear, hat, and scarf set and added more yip yips to the group." I love the teddy bear, hat, and scarf set. Adorable. And those yip yips do remind me of Sesame Street. I had forgotten all about those. Very cute. The next submission from Lisa says, "The hat and scarf set are for a low-income family, newly single mom with 3 special needs kids, but the kids are too old for Christmas hampers. So I asked the mom for first name and favorite colors for the kids. I finished yesterday, wrapped up one of my pocket shawls for the mom. That is so sweet, and look how beautiful those hat and scarf sets are. My dog's groomer loved the sweater I made for Snooch and asked if I could make one for her dog. Snooch is modeling that project. Look how cute. Oh my goodness. Snooch looks happy about wearing that sweater. So cute." Finally, the face scrubbies I designed. Small, fits in these tins. That's a great idea for gifts. I have to look for something for the medium size and the large size. Very nice. Then in Lisa's last email for the month, she said, "Well, this is the last weekend for my craft fair." This was December 17th. "I am not making anything else to put into the booth. In fact, I am hoping to sell most of my stock. My best friend's daughter is a social worker, and I asked her where there is a need for hats and mitts. Mobile crisis unit. They are the ones there for domestic violence and fires and overdoses. Front line, and that's the unit she works with. So I now have a goal for my charity work." What an awesome goal. I love that. I was thinking about why I wanted to do something for a family for Christmas, and I remember my mom's church used to have a tree in the front entry, and they would clip names and ages of people who needed a little Christmas cheer. My mom would look for anyone who needed hats or scarves, and she would spend her time watching old Christmas movies and knitting. That's when she wasn't singing with the old timers choir or playing piano at different events. My sister found some pictures. The one I have attached is of me, my grandmother who taught me to crochet, and my mom. How awesome is that? Look how adorable you are there. What a great picture, and what a great memory. You know I like to keep busy, so the pastel project is learning new Tunisian crochet stitches. And I said, "Oh, that looks like one of those Ogo yarns." So I asked Lisa, and she said, "Yeah, I got my hands on 2 of the Ogo yarns, Pastel Rainbow and the Bright Rainbow." I had a heck of a time getting it out of the packaging, almost as bad as taking a Barbie out of the box. I found the instructions after I got it all torn apart, LOL. That's funny. And finally, after almost 60 years of crocheting, I have found a pattern for mitts that didn't make me cuckoo. Well, Lisa, stay tuned. I'm going to be putting up the mittens I'm making, and maybe those won't make you cuckoo either. Thanks so much for sending all of that in. The next project comes from Vicki. She says, "First, good luck with your move. I hope it goes off without a hitch. My most recent project is the Dina shawl from Cinnamon Stitches. The yarn is Lion Brand Mandala Tweed in Dragonfly. Mine is a smaller size than the pattern. I cast on 7 stitches for the neckline and used exactly 1 cake of yarn. At the end, I had 10 inches of yarn left. Wow, how perfect is that? This will be donated to be a wheelchair shawl. That's great, Vicki, and what a beautiful shawl that is. I love those colors. Next, Vicki sent in another project. She said, my latest finish is a blanket for my husband. It's huge, but it only took about 5 weeks because the pattern is so fast. Oh, that's great. I need a fast blanket pattern. I want to make some blankets to match my decor. I absolutely love this yarn. You can find it on clearance from Webs. Here are the blanket details. Finished size is about 58 inches by 76 inches. Pattern from Bag O' Day on YouTube, and she provided a link, so I'll put that in the description below. Cascade cartwheel yarn, 9 balls, color 09, San Diego, about 2,900 yards. Pattern repeat is 8 stitches plus 3. I used a K-hook and chained 171 stitches. And she also included a link for the yarn, which I will also include in the description. That blanket looks great, and I think I could really use a quick blanket pattern. I'm going to definitely look at this one. Thanks so much for sending those in, Vicki. The next projects come from a new subscriber, Rhonda Silverton, so make sure you say welcome to Rhonda and wait until you see her work. She says, hi Frannie, thank you for your kind welcome. I'm glad to be subscribed to your channel and would love to contribute to your show and tell. Now what to show? I have so many things, but I'll show you the last thing I've made for my grandson, which involved crocheting and sewing. My son and daughter-in-law are partial to natural fibers, so I made this outfit for my grandson with Briggs and Little Wool I purchased while on the east coast of Canada this past September. This yarn is from New Brunswick and I love the colors. Since the wool is scratchy, I didn't want it next to my grandson's skin. This is only my second time putting a lining inside a hat and my very first time putting a lining into a cardigan. It was a challenge, but I was very pleased with the result. I enjoyed putting my creativity to work on this one with all the details, including the detail inside the cardigan and the teddy bear and outfit to match. Look how adorable this is. I love the tag, the buttons, the teddy bear on the inside, made by Nana. So sweet. And look at that teddy bear on the inside. Wow. And the hat is beautiful too. Really well done, Rhonda. So Rhonda had sent that in November, and she just recently sent me these new pictures. She said, hi Frannie, you were so sweet in replying to my last email to you and your kind response to the pictures of the set I made for my grandson. Well, there's more, and you are free to choose whatever you'd like to show. My son has gotten my grandson into Super Mario characters, so I got on the bandwagon and made him a Super Mario amigurumi doll. Well, when my hubby saw it, he wanted it. So guess what? I made another one. This is made entirely in acrylic yarn, except for the 2 plastic buttons which are sewn on, the M on the hat medallion, the eyes and the eyebrows, which are all made from felt and fastened on with hot glue. The pattern is provided by Linda Potts at Wolf Dreamer Off the Hook. I revised it a little bit by reshaping the hat brim and adding the bib to Mario's overalls. Oh my goodness, these are adorable. The little Yoshi amigurumi doll was made using a pattern by Amy Amore at amyamore.com. I used a similar hook than the one she recommended to make a really small doll, and I also prefer really tight stitches for my amigurumi. The hat and scarf is a pattern provided by Crystal at Bag O' Day Crochet on YouTube. I added the Yoshi detail, which are both patterns I designed myself. The mitten pattern was provided by Mikey at the Crochet Crowd on YouTube, and I added the cord detailing with a simple chain stitch cord with loops at each end to attach to buttons, which I fastened onto the side of the mittens. This way, baby doesn't lose a mitten. So smart. Finally, this gorgeous cardigan is the Painted Canyon cardigan by Heart Hook Home on YouTube. I preferred a bit of a shorter cardigan for my 20-month-old grandson, so I adjusted the pattern to make it a bit shorter. I added these cute green buttons, and then I created the peekaboo pocket Yoshi medallion on my own. This is my unique idea, and I've made it detachable so baby can pull it out of his pocket and it can be put back, but it's attached with the option to detach for the purpose of washing. So smart. The Yoshi detailing is made from felt, with each piece cut out separately and then attached with hot glue onto the yarn medallion. The yarn is 100% acrylic worsted weight Premier Puzzle yarn in the colorway Cryptic. I just love the colors. So do I. I just wanted to put out a reminder to supervise young children under 3 at all times with any items that have small parts like buttons. Yes, that's very important. That's a lot of detail. I'm sorry. Don't be sorry. That is so helpful, and I think people really enjoy getting the details. She says, I just wanted to tell you everything, and you can revise with regards to how much you share as you see fit. I just get way too excited over my projects. If you like this and my last outfit, I will send more in the future. I love to share what I make. Well, please do send more in the future, and I'm sure everybody would agree with me that they'd like to see your projects. And Rhonda says she does have an Etsy shop, but so far she is selling mostly brand new vintage books. I'm going to put a link to her Etsy shop in the description. It's called CraftCornerPlus. Thank you so much, Rhonda, for sending in those projects. Well, we just got a visitor. You say hello, Einstein? Huh? It's Einstein. He decided to join me. Okay, so the next submission comes from SD McDaniel, and we've seen a lot of her work as well. Take a look. She says, I thought I would send you some new pictures. I'm afraid I started a little late on my Christmas gift, so I'm pushing to catch up. But this first set of pictures is of a hat/scarf set I'm making for my father. So far, I've got the hat almost completed. I'm using Caron Simply Soft yarn in purple and black because apparently my father's favorite color is purple. Who knew? The design is my own, a very simple double crochet, front post double crochet for one color and straight front post double crochet for the other color. I think the combo gives it a simple texture that will also be warm in the winter. I love it. It's beautiful. The next set of pictures is of an old unfinished project. Years ago, when one of my cousins got married, I decided to make them a blanket in their favorite colors for their first anniversary. Her favorite color is also purple, like my father, like me. His favorite color is orange. Because they were married in springtime, I decided to go with softer, more pastel tones. Unfortunately, I didn't get enough yarn to complete the project, and by the time I realized this, one of the yarn colors was discontinued. I put the project up while I tried to figure out how to finish it. And then we moved, and in the process, this project got lost for a while. My cousin and his wife have since divorced, and I just recently found it again. I have enough squares to make a smaller blanket than I originally intended, and I think what I'm going to do is find a color that will complement these two, and will join and border the blanket in that complementing color. The yarn is also Caron Simply Soft, and the pattern is one in a leaflet I purchased many years ago. The pattern is called Blue Delft and was originally done in white and blue. It was put out by Leisure Arts in a leaflet called Tea Time Afghans. It's amazing how a project can tell such a story. I can't wait to see how this one finishes up. Make sure you send us a picture when you're done with it, SD. Thank you so much for sending these in. Next, Samantha Jefferson, one of our regulars, sent in these pictures. Take a look. These stockings, Samantha said she makes every year, and they're her own pattern. And here she's used Dollar Tree yarn, Premier, and also Red Heart Super Saver. It's so nice that you have a pattern of your own that you use every year for Christmas. It's a nice tradition. Thank you for sending those in, Samantha. The next submission comes from Tammy Neal. She says, our church has ugly Christmas sweater Sunday, so I decided I could make a really ugly one, so I grabbed my Bernat and Red Heart sparkly Christmas yarn, and this is it. I told my husband I missed out with no blindly lights, and he said we can add those for next year. I love this. That is great. And I can't wait to see next year's with the lights. Thanks so much for sending that in, Tammy. The next submissions come from Claire Morley. Take a look. She says, "Hi, Frannie. Welcome back. Your new home is beautiful. Thank you. I missed you. I missed you too. I really did miss everybody so much. I bought myself a new Tunisian crochet book for Christmas. Haven't had much time yet to get into it though. I'm including quite a few items, so I understand if you can only show one or two. Well, we're going to show them all. 1. The Christmas basket from Jada and Stitches. I held 3 strands of 4-weight Red Heart Super Saver yarn in mistletoe color with a 10mm hook. It came together very quickly. 2. Bonnie Barker's poncho as featured in the December 2020 Crochet World magazine. This one took forever, but I enjoyed using the Lion brand faux fur to make the collar. That is so beautiful. I love Bonnie Barker's patterns. I just think her stitches are so gorgeous, and I love the feel and the softness of that faux fur yarn. What a great idea to use that for the collar. 3. I made a washcloth using sugar and cream cotton yarn. Didn't love this yarn. It was scratchy and tight to work with. Also in this picture, I made one of those precious furry hats from your tutorial. Very fun yarn to work with. I'm glad you like that. I love my hat. I wear it all the time. And I agree with you on the sugar and cream cotton yarn. The name sounds so nice, but I find it to be very scratchy. 4. Lap Gan/throw from one of Annie's kits. Very soft and lightweight, so I was able to gift it to one of my friends here in Florida. Beautiful. And 5. Shawl with pockets for my sister. Followed pattern from Nastasia YouTube channel. I like Nastasia's patterns as well. She has some really great ones, and this one looks really nice. Thank you so much for sending those in, Claire. Our last submissions come from Maria Hall. Take a look. She said, I have many on the go, but 3 whips are completed. The stretchy neck warmer fits like a turtleneck and is made with 100% Italian wool in the color Desert Sky. I bought this one skein wonder before I learned to buy enough yarn to finish a project. This yarn is so soft, but I had to frog 5 projects in order to find something that would utilize the small ball without running out. This is adorable. I love the flower on it. I love the colors. Really pretty. Next, she says, this is a sparkly textured scarf using Ice Yarn's Magic Glitz in the color gray, pink, lilac, white, silver. I took a picture with a flash so you could see the sparkle better. It's very soft, but the yarn is a pain to work with because the silver tinsel isn't plied tightly with the yarn, so it kept getting caught in my hook. Ugh, I hate that. Sometimes breaking if I wasn't careful. Most people call this yarn splitting. The finished product is nice, but the process to make it was kind of painful. Ha ha ha. That can be painful. And finally, she said, another neck cowl. I used a size 3 acrylic from Hobby Lobby, Katarina yarn that is so soft that it acts like a 2 or lace weight on my hook. Color is Regal Rose. I coupled it with a baby sport weight in color gold for more stiffness, but it's still drapey. I wanted to give the color of the yarn, which is a tweedy color changing pink, mauve, and purple, a more goldish tone, so you can see some color play in the gold. When the color of the Katarina came back to the original plum color as I started with, I decided to edge the cowl. The pattern is from Jada and Stitches called 2-Stitch Cowl Scarf. Has an angel button on it because I will give this one to one of the nurses who took good care of me. She was an angel to me. That is so nice. The second picture is with a flash so you can see the color better with the sheen of the Katarina. The cowl looks stiff, but it is really squishy and soft. That looks beautiful, and what a great idea to start with the plum and end with the plum. Looks really great. Thank you so much for sending those in, Maria. Okay, so that's it. We've caught up with all of the show and tell submissions. If you'd like to be in our next show and tell, just send pictures of your work with descriptions to my email address at franniessquare@gmail.com. Thank you everybody for all of your submissions. I love seeing those, you know that, and the community loves it as well. Stay tuned for my tutorial on the mittens I'm making. And also, if any of you were working on the fall fireside afghan, let me know where you stand. Are you ready for another stitch? Do you want to put it off for now? That way I know what you need from me. Okay, as always, thank you so much for joining me. I truly appreciate it. Remember to make it your own, and I'll see you soon.